This is Khomeini's grandson, the first supreme leader's grandson, and they kind of want him to be the next. It might be happening.
Guys, just to be clear, that's our hypothesis. There's nothing there's nobody saying that. Okay, but go on, Ali.
And he just said in the beginning part of the video, for those of you who could speak Farsi, listen up.
هر کس بخواهد مذاکره کند برای اینکه با صلح به امریکا برسد این خائن است.
So whenever you hear Allah Akbar and they go to the crowd afterwards, know that they said something really important. So this guy's stance, Khomeini's grandson, is that whoever negotiates with the Americans is a traitor. What do you interpret that as?
Nope, that's not what he said.
What do you mean?
What do you think? Okay, so he's saying this against Ghalibaf? That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
No, I mean, like, that's what he said, but how do you interpret it?
Okay. But based on your translation that you made, is your interpretation that this is against Ghalibaf? It's okay.
No, I actually think it's a redirection, actually.
So play it again. He doesn't say there's an important. Okay, this is actually Ali. You know, this is something that I mentioned on the Persian channel, and everybody realized that I figured out what this guy is doing, and nobody else got it, right? Every single other analyst on the Persian side, they got this wrong. And then I decoded what he was saying in the Persian chat, and people were like, whoa, you're right, Armin. Play it again.
Okay, wait, let me listen to this again.
هر کس بخواهد مذاکره کند برای اینکه با صلح به امریکا برسد این خائن است.
Whoever who wants to negotiate with the United States to reach peace is a traitor.
Yes. So
okay,
this is a sneaky, and the people in the crowd do not realize what he's doing. Okay. But he's saying this is a defense of Ghalibaf. He's acting like he's against the negotiations, but this is a defense of Ghalibaf. He's saying whoever negotiates with the Americans with the intention of making peace with the Americans is a traitor. So what he's saying is that not all you're not a traitor simply because you're negotiating with the Americans. It is possible for you to negotiate with the Americans and not be a traitor, as long as your intention is not to make peace with the Americans. He's providing a room for certain negotiations with the Americans to be okay. This is making room for Ghalibaf's negotiations with the Americans to be justified and okay.
Which also means forget about revenge. We can negotiate with them for other things, but we're gonna fight them, guys. Just eventually we'll fight them. We'll never negotiate for peace.
Well, he's not saying that yet, but he does. Yeah. He's not saying that yet, but he does say it in the other parts. So
show us.
Maybe in the rest of it, he does actually say that. But guys, did you guys understand what's happening here? He's all like, yeah, revenge, like, but he's in between lines. He's leaving rooms for negotiations, right? like this Texas thing is that like third degree Durkabel? Yes. Yes. Guys, let me tell you, this is why you come here, because not only nobody in English speaking media decoded this man, nobody in Persian speaking media also decoded this man. I listened to all the analysts. None of them got this. Okay. Maybe you want to continue.
Yeah. Also they haven't really been following what the Paidaris are doing and how they're going under the wing of Ghalibaf as well. I haven't been hearing that, because the Paidaris appeal to you guys see the people here, these type of people, these are the Durkas, right? They're so hard line, death to America no matter what. And he's telling them, hold off on the death to America thing for, I'm interpreting this way. He didn't literally say that, but
he's not saying that. Yeah.
He's saying, for now, we can negotiate, but not for peace. We'll negotiate for other things. We'll fight them later in the future.
Right. But he's not saying it directly, because if he says,
Yeah.
guys, if these people come out and say, let's not fight them now, let's fight them later, they will lose our credibility. So they have to say it in a way that makes them look very aggressive against Americans, but sneak in ways to suggest that negotiation is okay. Right? So continue with this, play it.
صلح به امریکا برسد این خائن است.
So pause here. Many analysts said, like, oh, he's calling Ghalibaf a traitor because he said whoever negotiates with the American is a traitor. That's not what he said. He said whoever negotiates with the Americans with the intention of peace is a traitor. He's not calling Ghalibaf a traitor. So continue. And these idiots don't even understand. These idiots in the crowd. Pause. These idiots in the crowd, they don't even understand what's happening. They just hear, oh, whoever does this is a traitor, and they're like, just go Allahu Akbar. This is not this audience. What he's saying is not meant for them, because they don't get what's happening, right? This is for other people who are supposed to get what's happening. This is for them. But yeah, continue.
هر کس پیام دوستی به امریکا بفرستد دهانش خبیث و نجس است.
So here he's saying, pause. So he's saying whoever sends a message of friendship to the Americans, his mouth is dirty and unholy, like disgusting. He's a disgusting mouth. Okay. So basically he's saying, when we're talking, if you're talking with the Americans, as long as you're not being friendly to them in your language and you're not trying to be friendly with them, it's fine. You could negotiate with them. He's not saying that, but guys, he's basically, this is saying things by not saying them, right? He's not saying things directly, but by excluding certain things that he's condemning, he's approving them. He's approving certain things by not condemning them. Ali, play it.
ما با آمریکا مشکلمون امروز و دیروزی نیست. مشکل ما از قدیم از کودتایی که آنها کردن آغاز شد، اما در این اتفاق اخیر ما با آمریکا پدرکشتگی پیدا کردیم.
Yeah, so he's basically saying we're always going to be the enemies of America, as we know that. But look at this part. Let me see if this is the same video or different, because I have some.
مگه ما میتونیم کوتاه بیایم؟ اگر سخن از مذاکره است، مذاکره یعنی جنگ. مذاکره یعنی جنگ.
So here's the thing. Look at this. He's saying we're not going to hold back on the Americans. If we're talking about negotiations, negotiations means war. So you can see Ali, he's endorsing the negotiations by saying that negotiations are a type of war on itself. This is
bold.
This is bold, yes. So guys, the people, so many people within the Islamic Republic, they're angry. They're like, we should go back to war. Why are we negotiating? He's saying negotiations is war. It's its own type of war, right?
جنگ صورت‌های مختلفی داره. مگه من و شما که در خیابان‌ها می آمدیم، در میدان‌ها می آمدیم، نمیگفتیم ما در حال جنگیم؟ یه کسی ممکنه بگه آقا شماها در حال جنگ نیستید. نه خیر، ما در حال جنگیم. هر کس
So he's saying that the war comes in many different forms, right? So for example, war is not just being in the battlefield with a gun. War comes in many different forms. Like you, the people who were in the streets, remember these people were protesting in the streets. Didn't you say that we're also participating in war? Didn't you say that your protest was war against Americans and Israelis? Well, you called that war. So basically, he's suggesting that if that is war, then negotiations can also be war. War is not just shooting rockets and shooting guns. If you people who were in the streets were saying that we were doing war, so that you are basically confirming that war comes in multiple ways, that means that negotiation could also be war. Okay, but here also,
هر کس بخواهد کس بخواهد هر کس
no, this part, let me go back here.
ممکنه بگه آقا شماها در حال جنگ نیستید. نه خیر، ما در حال جنگیم. هر کس بخواهد مذاکره کند برای اینکه با صلح به امریکا برسد این خائن است.
This is the part that you played. If they're trying to negotiate to reach peace with the Americans, then they're the traitor. And then it continues. But you can see at the beginning, he clearly said that the negotiations itself is war, right? But the audience was quiet because that's not the interesting part. But then it was like, these are the traitors. And then the crowd goes wild. But at the end of the day, he's selling the negotiations itself as a form of war. So if you're asking for war, the people who are angry that why are we not waging war against Americans and Israelis, we are with negotiations.
That's terrible. That's a terrible thing for us to hear.
Guys, no, so somebody's saying in the chat, this is not Hussein Khomeini. Yes, Hassan Khomeini. Yes, we know. This is Ali Khomeini. Ali Khomeini. But go on, Eddie.
This is terrible because if this isn't any indication of the direction that they want to go, that's terrible. To just have a perpetual, as long as we're negotiating, that also counts as war. Hey, this is going to last. This is going to last for a while. Get used to it.
My name is Armin Navabi. I'm an Iranian political analyst with decades of experience fighting the Islamic regime inside and outside of Iran. Make sure you follow me for more, and also make sure you join our discussion group. I'm there almost every single day. Come talk to me there and the rest of the people there in our group calls. It's a great place to meet and talk to people who like talking about politics. The link is in the description and or in the bio. You could also get there by scanning the QR code on the screen. See you there.